Hey everybody, from Media Wood and welcome to my trilogy review for Predator. I'm to all three movies, so let's talk about Predator.
Bleeds. We can kill it.
The original 80s Predator movie is a cult classic in my opinion, with very likeable and interesting characters like the like of Billy, with fun action sequences that you just want to sink your teeth into, fun cheesy lines, and a badass alien design makes this movie absolutely fantastic. And if you're one of the people out there that have not seen this movie, the storyline finds the lead team have to go behind enemy lines into the forest to save these bunch of hostages, but they soon find that something much worse is in those forests. The storyline is incredibly simple to understand. Any person can follow this movie straight from the bat without knowing anything about this movie. It's a very enjoyable movie from start to finish. The first half an hour is a straightforward thriller, in an action thriller. It's very well done, and it leads into a bit of a kind of cat and mouse chase type movie with some good sci-fi elements to it. And the movie, it's strangely how this is an 80s movie, it has not dated one bit. I found it absolutely enjoyable. Everything about this movie I really enjoyed, especially when growing up as a kid watching this movie. Absolutely fantastic. Love the lines, love the dialogue, love the cheesy quotes that Arnold Schwarzenegger gives. I think it's a bit more naturally done in this movie than others. In these other movies, you know, I think as the times have gone from the 80s to the 90s, the Arnold Schwarzenegger's catchphrase lines have become a bit more like, you know, put on because they want to say it's an Arnold Schwarzenegger line in a sense. But putting that aside, I think the movie is just really enjoyable and just a really fun, action-packed movie. It has a lot of great, fantastic ideas, great practical effects, and some very interesting use of light, of the kind of the body sensory kind of technology. I really love the effects on that, and it's something that we wouldn't seen before within the 80s. And I really love the Predator design, absolutely fantastic. And if you've all seen the extras, I'm sure most of you already have, the design was changed within the actual making of the movie. So it's very interesting how they kind of film different you know, scenes linking to what's sort of been filmed. Very interesting. So definitely recommend the DVD on Blu-ray. Definitely recommend the movie if you haven't seen it already. Absolutely fantastic. Predator, cult classic. With a blockbuster film like Predator, you have to have a sequel on the way, and it's given up its warm foresty look to the city of LA as the new Predator's hunting ground. The film has gone back and forth in my mind whether I like this movie or not. When I first watched it, I did not like it. I couldn't get my mind around the fact that Danny Glover, a kind of, you know, middle-aged kind of cop, could take down a fully functional Predator. Even when an elite team couldn't do it themselves. But I've watched it again a couple of times over the years, and I've actually found it to be quite enjoyable in different aspects of the movie. You know, putting all that aside, I think it's actually not too bad of a sequel, but you know, I think they could have done much worse, to be perfectly honest. The story this time around is a bit more investigation feel, with Danny Glover and Bill Paxton investigating these mysterious deaths that are happening around LA, and with this kind of new cult, you know, religious gang that are basically worshipping this Predator as a god in a sense. It's very interesting, different take on this time. I think the sequel tries very hard to do something very different from the first movie, which I have to give credit for. Unlike other movies where they have to constantly repeat the same reform over and over again, they tried this time to add a different background to the Predators. You know, give them a bit more of a history, give them more of a background, you know, especially within scenes like the spaceship and like on the and the fact that you see all their kind of trophies on the wall and stuff. You know, it gives a bit more of a fleshed out character, a bit more of an interesting background, new weapons, new designs and stuff. But the problem is with this movie is it doesn't feel like a Predator movie, not really. I see a Predator movies more in the jungle, more in the forests, but you know, considering that they try to do something different, they try to give it a bit more of a different look. Fair play to them. I have to say, give credit where credit is due. And with this mysterious government agency also trying to track down this Predator and trying to capture it for the technology and links within the first one, actually not too bad, with an interesting feel to it. The film's got lots of good ideas and it's got lots of good practical effects, but some of the special effects and the way it looks is a bit dated compared to the first movie. The sequel gets better as you watch it more and more, I think, but it's still not the best sequel ever. But I think it could have been a hell of a lot more worse. It's still got some good entertainment value to it from the action scenes and the fight scenes and a bit more of the fleshed out characters and the investigation feel. So if you're a fan of the first one, you know, you might not like this movie made as much, but I would still recommend it for that kind of, you know, 90s nostalgic feel of it. And you know, it's got some good sequences, it's got some good elements to it, so go and check it out if you haven't already watched it. So go and watch Predator 2. 20 years later from that, we have our third sequel at last with Predators. Probably one of the most underrated movies I have ever seen. Everyone seems to slag off this movie when it first released. I can't understand why. I think this movie is absolutely fantastic. My personal opinion, it is just as good as the first movie. Sorry, that's just my opinion. I think the movie's just done really, really well. I love the fact that it gets straight into the movie, straight from the bat. The first 10 minutes of the movie, you already establish who these characters are, and what's going on in a sense. Again, the story is very easy to understand. Basically, a bunch of killers, predators from our planet. It's been chucked upon this kind of a wasted, this kind of gate reserve planet, this kind of battle planet in a sense, and they're all different people from different backgrounds, from different places of the countries, and then the best of the best killers in a sense. And these predators want to basically hunt them down and just become better killers. Again, a very easy to understand online story, very, very simple. Anyone can understand this movie, anyone can follow this movie. Love the dialogue, love the action scenes, love the practical effects. Even the special effects are still really well done, and they still look really great on the Blu-ray purchase for sure. It expands the franchise even further than I thought possible, with new gadgets and these new species of predators, and I really like kind of the add-on links to the first two movies also. Really, really well done. And I like the fact also the kind of sudden hints to kind of like other species out there in the universe, especially when that scene where they're trying to track down this one predator, and it's actually a different alien altogether. I love the fact that the predator's not just targeting humans, but also people from all over the world. And it kind of links into the kind of Alien vs Predator kind of mythology of that in a sense. I enjoyed this movie from start to finish. Loved the characters, really fleshed out, really interesting characters I just want to root for. Apart from one or two characters I didn't really like in the movie, especially the Doctor character. I felt that they could have done more with him. I felt he was just a bit of a whiny kind of character that just like, yeah, I don't give a shit, kill him now kind of thing. Love the battle sequences, love the action, absolutely fantastic movie. Definitely recommend to a true sequel to the original Predator. If you haven't seen Predators, go and watch it, go and enjoy it. It is the true sequel to the original Predator. So that's been my review for the Predator trilogy. I hope you enjoyed watching this review. Have you seen the Predator movies? Of course you have. What did you think? What is your best movie of the Predators of the trilogy? What is your favourite characters? Love to know. Comment down below. So meantime, Andrew, signing out.
You're one ugly motherfucker.